Welcome back to more of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Last time, we found the lost child and also found out that threatening letters had been sent to many locations within the royal city, so we're both looking for her parents and dealing with a potential terrorist plot at the same time. The life of a bracer, everyone! But before we do anything else, the missing exhibits. You actually want to accept this quest now, because we'll be handling part of it during the story investigation for this segment. So, yeah, it's a little confusing. It'll make sense eventually. But first, let's report that monster quest we completed. The one that actually destroyed us several times. So, objective complete. And now our next port of call is to heal. Before that, though, after Ren leaves, you can actually go up here to talk to the lady in the inn with Olivier in the party to get a little bit of dialogue. Yeah, she remembers Olivier playing the piano back then. Never ask Olivier what he's doing today because, yeah, because this happens! But she knows how to brush him off. Spencer has some interesting dialogue too, because it shows that Richard was so popular with the people that a lot of people just can't believe he did what he did. He still has his popularity. While I was on my way to the hotel to heal, I actually accidentally went to the West Block, because you don't often have to go straight from the initial block to the Northern Block, so I just didn't really realize I could have just headed straight north. But anyway, now that Zen's back in the party, I can go ahead and equip that on him. And let's see, what do I have in terms of... I took all of Olivier's good stuff. Okay, let's switch that over. I also have Defense 3, which is not bad. Oh, we can get Action 3. To get this or get another Cast 2. I only have one of those right now. I really could use another. But Action 3 is really, really, really good. I think I'm going to get a second Cast 2. Just for now. I will definitely be back for Action 3 later, though. Okay, so this is what I have on Olivier right now. When you have so many people in the party, you definitely do need to manage your quartz a lot more. Especially when you're like me and you feel compelled to use every single party member. A lot of people don't do that, but I really like using every party member if I can, so that means I have to go through a lot of quartz. But anyway, while we're here, we definitely want to talk to Anton and Ricky again. And that's all. And also while we're here, if we head in here, we can see that, yeah, Tita and Ren are actually shopping like they promised, so thankfully Ren hasn't run off yet. For some reason I had a feeling Estelle would go for the very pixelated looking rabbit. Yes, it definitely does. Yeah, she and Shara are off handling their own jobs now. You know, I feel like they probably would. Maybe one day. Actually not for a while, probably. We can't exactly make promises. Make sure Ren doesn't run off. She is already out of eyesight of you, and that is very bad. Anyway, with those distractions out of the way, let's head to more distractions, because, as we can see here, something is not here anymore that used to be. It's a picture of a certain state-of-the-art airship. So like I said, you want to accept this quest now, although we won't be completing it until we've gone through a few more story scenes. Yeah, clearly something is supposed to be hanging there. You know, considering the RCA's engine is being handed out to the countries partaking in the signing, maybe this is also a potential political statement. And yes, if you visited the museum earlier, you would notice the picture was there. Oh no, card. Yep, he's at it again! I told you that this was going to be the start of something very big and annoying. Yep, Phantom Thief B is at it again. It's more riddles. Residents of the Aged General, search the Onlooker of Time. Well, that clue's pretty obvious. Yeah, at this point Estelle's already sick of it. And there's no variant dialogue for this because you can only use this party for this point. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, telling anyone about Blue Blanc would get them to say you're exaggerating, but he's a very over-the-top guy, just like a certain someone we know. That's the problem, though. We've often cracked these cases, but we've never actually caught him. So anyway, the Onlooker of Time, huh? Well, this is the old General's home. And we have a grandfather clock up here. And he's a literal grandfather, so guess this is what we're looking for. But Onlooker of Time definitely makes me think of Corridors of Time from Chrono Trigger. Well, let's hope we don't break the clock when we check inside of it. And for some reason the whole family's gathered here, I don't know why. Although admittedly, the fact that Phantom Thief B infiltrated this house and put a card there is definitely cause for concern. The symbol perched on the ground, that one's a little more vague. That's sort of true. The problem is, if you are involved with his plans, or he does take a shine to you, that's when you need to be worried. So thankfully, he has no reason to go after the General's family at this point. So, the symbol perched on the ground. I'll give you a hint. It's somewhere in the south block. And remember how the falcon is the symbol of Liberl? Might take a while to find this, but you have to examine the back of this statue. The third key is in the Foreign Manse. Examine the Will of the Blue Knights. Now this clue will not mean anything to us just yet. That kinda makes sense. The problem is he said Foreign Manse. As you can tell, Foreign Manse refers to one of the embassies. Specifically, it's the Calvard Embassy, so that's where we'll be heading right now. The Calvard Embassy is, I believe, the southern one here. Yep, there's that, I don't know what plant that is, but yeah, that's definitely the symbol of Calvard. And with Zin with us, we'll be allowed to enter. So right now, we're kind of shifting gears and focusing a little more on the main story. We're going to investigate those threatening letters. Yeah, that is very true. Having both the embassies here reminds me that there's, like, in Australia's capital city, which is actually pretty small, it really only exists just so there can be a capital city of Australia. Because both Sydney and Melbourne wanted to be the capital, so they decided to compromise and build a new city between them. But anyway, within that city, Canberra, there is one part of that city that is just this entire district that is all embassies. It's actually kind of cool. Yes, of course, Olivier is the one that you immediately turn to. But now we can enter the Calvardian Embassy. Definitely looks pretty grand. Also a location that was entirely created for SC. We never got to go here before. So, we're not going to head there just yet. We're going to go to this room right here. We've got several bookshelves on the walls here. This shelf holds the Doll Knight series. This is the series that Kevin was reading to the children back in Chapter 1, and don't be intimidated by the chapter count, every chapter's very short. But if you want an achievement, you have to read all the chapters of it, and the Embassy is the only place you can read this. We will have more opportunities to access the embassies later in the game, but if you want the achievement, I would recommend reading all of them now. I will end up doing that in a separate video. But for the time being, we want to go ahead and check only Chapter 15. Yeah, see, this one's only 3 pages. Because inside Chapter 15 specifically is Blue Blanc's next clue. Join the Dance of the Valorous. Okay then. Yeah, you'll know who the Blue Knight is if you read these. I actually really like the Doll Knight, So the Doll Knight novels originally appeared in the Gagov trilogy, I believe I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that, but that was the earlier trilogy of Legend of Heroes games immediately preceding Trails in the Sky. They were the Legend of Heroes 3, 4, and 5. And that was actually where the Falcom tradition of including readable novels in their games started. So, the fact that they're even in this game, some people think that implies that they take place in the same universe. There's no official confirmation of that, though. So, right now, I'll just take that with a grain of salt. It's probably not true as of this point in the series, but some people like to speculate that it could be. Those 3 games are self-contained and are not connected to the later ones at all. But while we're here, we may as well ask Elsa Cochrane about the threatening letters and the lost child. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be here, considering the whole Ouroboros stuff, and he's gonna stay here at least until the stuff with Volta is sorted out. We already briefly ran into you at the airport, well, landing port, this is Laberle after all, earlier. Yes, assistance. Assistance! Yeah, Chloe is totally not anything more than that, at all. Yeah, that was easy to figure out. Hopefully we'll get to the bottom of this. Yeah, because we gotta prioritize the safety of civilians. I know exactly what she's about to say. She's gonna say Erebonia did it. Okay, that was blunt. It is definitely interesting, the politics world building that you get here. Yeah, true, it's more of a symbolic thing. Yeah, Olivier explained it better than I could. Thing is though, rallying other countries against the aggressor can be a very, very powerful thing. You don't want to underestimate that. I've actually seen a few videos and analysis on how a few real-life wars have kind of resulted from those kind of pacts being broken. Yeah, the Warhawks would probably like to get their hands on that. It'd certainly make Erebonia pretty powerful. I forgot about that term she used there, that's pretty great. And like, okay, having played the Cold Steel games, that term actually is apt for a few people, but yeah. That's not really all that relevant now. But yeah, she has a point. The Empire's getting a lot out of this deal. Them opposing it would probably just make things even worse for them overall, considering how much people already don't like them due to the 100 Days War. Well, it was worth a shot. Thing is though, what does Crossbell feel about the pact? Crossbell's situated between Erebonia and Calvard, and, yeah, she's about to explain this. Crossbell's kind of been caught in a tug of war between the two nations. That's really the best way to sum it up. Oh, and yet another person who knows Cassius. Well, you've already solved one national incident. Well, we already did a mission for the Erebonian embassy last time, technically, even though we never actually went inside there. While we're here, we can still talk to her. You don't get that much more dialogue, but it is still kind of interesting. So yeah, Crossbell. Crossbell's an interesting place. Basically, both Calvard and Erebonia want it, and the people who actually live in Crossbell are stuck in the middle and don't like it. This guy's name is actually interesting because Calvard definitely seems to be very Asian influenced, but this guy has an Italian sounding name. It's kind of why I really would like to actually finally see the series go to Calvard, because we don't know that much about what the place is actually like. Our biggest glimpse into it so far has been the Gambler Jack books. But we do get little teasers of what's going on in Calvard throughout both this saga and Crossbell and Cold Steel. So, that is interesting. So with that, we're going to be shifting gears again and going more for a side quest rather than the main story, because the Dance of the Valiant is actually right inside here, the Grand Arena. Now this place is normally locked, except it's not anymore. So, right now, we want to change our equipment. Because you don't go into an arena without actually fighting something, usually. So, we want freeze protection here. Thankfully, I still have these soft knit caps. Oh, Zen already has one of my soft knit caps. That's why I couldn't find the last one. I could replace these with anti-cold helmets, theoretically, but yeah, I just want the freeze protection right now. And nice ominous music right now. You can even check out the stands if you want to, but there's actually nobody here, which makes this even more eerie. I mean, I could easily go through the other side, but old habits die hard. Oh, the old tournament waiting room. I still actually really remember the tournament arc from the last game fondly, so you probably want to save before heading in here. And in terms of tactics, being bunched up is probably a bad thing in this fight, but I do have Earthwall and Olivier, so maybe it's not a completely terrible thing. I guess we'll see what happens. Especially since 3 out of 4 of our team are here. I actually forgot, I said like 2 out of 3, because I completely forgot, Olivier last time. Yes, you would very much like it when people shower you with praise. Oh yeah, you weren't there for that. You were actually, yeah, you were kidnapped at the time. That was kind of awkward. Yeah, especially since Cassius wants Morgan to participate in one of them. It'd be interesting to see how he fights. And Chloe would probably do well too, although I'm not sure how much people would approve of the princess fighting in one of these. You know, I'm actually more okay with Olivier being in the stands than actually fighting, because if he was against us, we probably wouldn't stand a chance. Yep, it looks like in the red corner we have a big ice monster. Yeah, wasn't that what they used to do here before they made the martial arts tournaments a bit more humane? Even without an audience, though, we still get the tournament battle theme. It's time to fight Master Cryon and 2 Cryon bits. They actually do a lot of damage, even if you resist freeze. But yeah, here are the Cryon bits. They're pretty also. That description's actually pretty terrifying. I forgot about that. They're pretty weak overall. And then Master Cryon, who, honestly, I find actually not even that much of a threat at all. Very weak to fire, and also, you can quite easily cancel its spellcasting. I don't think it can even do any damage besides its spellcasting, so let's go ahead and clock down. Yeah, you'll actually go before the Cryon bits move, so I can get all 3 of you like that. And Estelle, let's see what we got here. I can actually set this one up, even though Zin doesn't even get a buff. But yeah, you totally wasted your critical turn there because, like I said, you can't really attack us besides spellcasting. Can Zin actually get to you with a cancelling? In fact, I don't even think he has a cancelling attack in his arsenal. Does he? No, he doesn't. I do have chain. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay here just so I get that earth wall up. So with that, I guess I can at least buff my my defense a bit, or I can actually heal with composure. The healing from this gets a lot better once he upgrades this into composure. I forget if it's composure 2 or true composure. It's either one of those, but definitely heals a lot better later on in the game. Okay, lowered speed is always a good thing to start with. I probably should have used that against the Divine Penguin, but I was dumb. Okay, guards up on everyone, and here come Sparklers. Yeah, there's Diamond Dust. This is the reason why I said it might be bad to be bunched up, but you can just quite easily cancel this, so it's not completely terrible. But I will need to start actually doing damage soon. I'm okay with you spamming attacks on Zin, though. Huh. Actually, let's go ahead and use this. Haven't used this before. La Crest is actually not to blame. It's a pretty good defense buff. And I gave Olivier Ingenuity because I really wanted to have access to good fire arts. Okay, another solid hit should take them out. Don't really have any good AoEs with Zin, though. Oh, I was hoping that would maybe even finish off one of you. But unfortunately, it was not to be. Let's, No, I think I actually don't even have any CP on Estelle. Why are we missing so much? Maybe you guys do have good evasion? I'm not entirely sure if you do or not, but regardless, let's go ahead and use this. I don't know if this will actually finish you, though. No, I thought it would do in the 800s. Okay, Zin's actually taking a bit of a beating. I'm okay with you spreading the damage around, though. And there goes Diamond Dust again. And, okay. Actually, no, Estelle can't cancel. I unfortunately have to use Sniper Shot. And let's just get rid of you two. Yeah, Hellgate's expensive now, which causes Chloe to go through quite a lot of her EP. Can I push you out of that turn? No, not even with any of my healing, so I don't really want you getting a 10% heal, so I don't want to S-break with Olivier either. Or with... I guess I could actually have Chloe use an S-break. Let's just do this just to steal your healing turn. And like always, preparing to use arts. I still just really want to get damage on you with Olivier. Can I get... No, I don't even have enough EP for that. But I can move Chloe forward so she's out of the AoE. And with freeze resistance, Diamond Dust is not that bad either. Yeah, wow, that damage is actually pretty low. So, yeah, overall, this thing's actually not that bad of a fight at all. We can just pretty much wail on it. and use spiral flares when the case permits, and then I can just... Are you even... Yeah, you still take 100% damage from water, surprisingly enough. And you are going to be dead long before you get a chance to cast that, so I really don't care about cancelling that. And there we go. So, that's really not a bad fight at all, if you have freeze protection. If you don't have freeze protection, that could become an issue. Now, True Comet, I believe, doesn't only have increased damage, it also has a slightly wider AoE on it, which makes it a lot better than regular Comet, because... yeah, line AoEs in the Sky games, generally not that great. Now, I'm pretty sure this doesn't count towards our chest total. Yeah, Zin, you don't even know the half of it. You have not met the guy yet. I'm sure you'll have some comments when you finally do meet the guy. Yep, he fit the entire painting into that chest. Oh yes, I certainly look forward to that, because we will likely get to beat you up the next time we meet you. Yes, let's pay that absolutely no mind. It's not suspicious at all. And there is the painting, back where it belongs. But yeah, main role and supporting actors. I'll just leave you to think about that yourselves. Yeah, that's... well, this is pretty much exactly what I was about to say. Everyone in this game loves preempting me. Yeah, everywhere we go, we should probably call in advance and warn them, saying, we have a very determined stalker phantom thief who likes to mess with us, so any places that have anything on display, lock yourselves down. Not that'll probably stop him. So we've completed the missing exhibit, which is actually the only quest that we still had to do at this point, so we can go ahead and report that back at the guild. 120 BP exactly. And yep, we're totally done with side quests. Just like in FC, the Grand Cell chapter's pretty light on side content. It's mostly about the main storyline. So, I think I'll save going to the Erebonian embassy for next time. So, I will see you then for more investigation of the threatening letter incidents.